But do you know how a bus ramp works? Let's find out.
How does it work?
A bus ramp.
I've come to this factory where they make bus ramps. Here, they make almost 2,000 bus ramps every year for buses all over the world.
Here's what the ramp looks like before it goes into a bus. Let's take a closer look. Underneath the bus, next to the wheels, are airbags called bellows. They're full of air and keep the bus level. When the driver presses a button inside the bus, an electric signal goes to the bellows to tell them to let some air out. As the air comes out, the bus gets lower on one side. It's a bit like letting the air out of a rubber ring. When the bus is level with the pavement, the driver presses another button to make the ramp come out. Under the doors, there's a hidden box. Inside the box is a bar fixed to the ramp. When the driver presses the button, the bar moves forward and pushes the ramp out. When the ramp rests on the pavement, it's ready to be used. And then the ramp goes away. The bellows fill back up and the bus drives off.
But how do car brakes stop the car? Do you know how car brakes work? Let's find out.
How does it work?
A car brake.
To see how car brakes work, I've come to a garage. A garage is a place you come to if a car needs to be checked or fixed. Have you ever been to a garage before? This is one of the car's wheels. This is the tyre, and the metal bit in the middle is called the rim. But if you look through the rim, can you see there's another metal disc? That is part of the car's brakes, but we can't see it very well, can we? I've got an idea.
Paul is a mechanic, and he's going to help show us the car's brakes.
The car is being lifted on this special lift. This is how mechanics get under a car to safely fix things when they go wrong. Listen to the sound of it. It's noisy, isn't it? And it must be really strong to lift an entire car. It's very high up, isn't it? Hello, I'm Maddie, and today I've come to see a very exciting vehicle. See if you can guess what it is. It carries people in it. It doesn't have wings, and it has a big piece of metal on top that spins round and round. Can you guess what it is? That's right, it's a helicopter. Noisy, isn't it? This bit of the helicopter is called a landing skid, and there are two of them. They're the helicopter's feet. This bit at the front is where the pilot sits to fly the helicopter. It's called the cockpit. And then this long part at the back of the helicopter is called the tail boom. And at the end of it is the tail rotor. This spins round and round when the helicopter flies, just like the big rotor at the top.
This big rotor is really important because it helps make the helicopter fly.
But do you know how a helicopter rotor works? Hello, I'm Maddie, and today I'm on a building site. Just think, the house or flat where you live once started off like this. A great big pile of bricks and wood ready to be made into a building. You should never go onto a building site without a grown-up, but we've got special permission to show you something really exciting. A lot of the things used to make houses are very heavy. Far too heavy for me to pick up, so I need something super clever to help me.
Can you guess what it is?
A crane! A crane is the safest way to move things around that are too heavy for people to pick up. But do you know how a crane works? Let's find out.
How does it work?
A crane.
Before the crane can do anything, it needs to stand on its own feet.
You should never play around vehicles. Always make sure you're near a grown-up. These special feet keep the crane steady when it picks up heavy things and stops it rolling away. Look how it's lifting the wheels off the ground.
I love boats, do you? I like the way they glide about on top of the water. But do you know how a boat moves? How does it work? Let's find out.
How does it work?
A boat.
Come on, we're going for a boat ride. Let's go! And we're off! This is so much fun! If you look around, you can see there are lots of different parts to a boat. That's the front, the pointy bit, and it's called the bow. And this is the back, it's called the stern. And then that is the engine. And in the middle, we have places to sit and put our things. At the bow, there is something called an anchor. Peter is lowering the anchor into the water down to the bottom of the lake, where it will hook into the ground and hold the boat in one place. But there are lots of parts of the boat you can't see. Do you know why that is? It's because they're in the water. The outside of a police car starts off like an ordinary white car. If it wasn't for the blue light on top, you wouldn't even know this was a police car. But all that's about to change with lots of these. And here, the reflective material is cut into all the stickers that are needed for the police car.
The machine uses a special cutter. It moves really fast.
Jake is popping out all of the different pieces from the sheet of material, and then he's going to take them over to be stuck on the car. But how do you think he's going to stick them on? Well, all of those different shapes and strips have a sticky back. They're just like giant stickers.
Reflective stickers are made in layers. The first layer is made of a shiny clear plastic called acrylic. A stamp is used to press pyramid shapes called prisms into the acrylic. The layer of prisms is laid upside down onto another piece of acrylic. In just 1 centimetre, there are 5,000 prisms.
Tricycles are great fun. They're a bit like bicycles, except they have 3 wheels instead of 2. And that helps you to balance. Off I go. But do you know how a tricycle is made? Let's find out.
How is it made?
A tricycle.
To see how a tricycle is made, I've come here. Inside that workshop, they make lots of tricycles, some for grown-ups and some for children. Let's go see how one's made. To make a tricycle, first the mechanics open up this box. And can you believe that all the parts needed to build one tricycle fit inside? Over to you, Scott.
There are 25 parts to this tricycle, and they're all different shapes and sizes.
Can you guess what some of them are going to be? This is one of the pedals, the part you push with your feet to turn the wheels. And what about this? Well, these are the handlebars, the bit you hold with your hands. And what about this one? This is called the saddle, and it's the bit you sit on.